Most people growing food are fighting over the wrong crops. Corn, wheat, soybeans, commodity crops priced by the ton, controlled by global markets, dominated by industrial farms you can never compete with. But there's another category: specialty crops. Plants that sell by the pound, at $20, $40, even $60 a pound. Plants that chefs are hunting for, that supplement companies can't source enough of, that wellness consumers are paying premium prices for right now. You don't need hundreds of acres. You need the right plants and a clear path to sell them. Here are 10 of them. Plant number 10, spinach. Spinach isn't glamorous, but it's one of the most reliable cash flow crops a small grower can have. The reason is simple: season length. With row covers or a basic greenhouse, you can grow spinach nearly year-round, including winter, when most of your competition has nothing to sell. Winter spinach is sweeter, crunchier, and more flavorful than summer spinach. Customers who taste the difference come back every week without being asked. Sell it pre-washed and bagged at a farmer's market, fold it into a CSA box as a weekly staple, or pitch it to a local co-op as a twice-weekly fresh delivery. Spinach keeps cash moving when everything else has stopped growing. That consistency is worth more than most growers realize. Plant number 9, carrots. Fresh carrots sold with their tops still on are a farmer's market staple that never gets old, because those green tops tell a customer everything. This was just pulled from the ground. You cannot buy that at a supermarket. The key to making carrots profitable is succession planting, staggering harvests every 2 to 3 weeks so you're never out of stock and never drowning in surplus. Pile them high at market and let the visual abundance do the selling. For volume, target restaurants directly. Visit during off-peak hours, bring a sample, and offer consistent weekly delivery. Chefs who find a reliable supplier don't leave them. Grow mixed varieties: purple, yellow, white alongside orange, and bundle them into mixed packs that sell at a premium simply because they look unlike anything else at the market. Plant number 8, garlic. Garlic is one of the few crops where the storage life is as valuable as the harvest itself. Plant in fall, harvest in summer, cure it correctly, and you have a product that keeps for 6 to 9 months. No refrigeration, no rush, no waste. While other growers are scrambling to move perishables, you're selling garlic steadily at premium prices well into the following spring. Hardneck varieties give the best flavor and shelf life. Before the main harvest, the garlic scape is a bonus gourmet product that chefs and curious market shoppers will pay well for. At market, display your cured bulbs openly. Garlic sells itself when it looks the part. The channel most growers ignore is seed garlic. Selling high-quality hardneck bulbs as planting stock to home gardeners on Etsy or eBay consistently fetches more per pound than selling it as food. Listed in late summer, and the orders come to you. Plant number 7, lemon balm. Lemon balm is a perennial that plants once and produces for years with almost no ongoing care. Dried, it sells for $20 to $40 a pound, against $2 a pound for commodity herbs. That gap exists because lemon balm serves the wellness market, not the grocery market. It's backed by real research for anxiety, sleep, and stress relief. Herbal tea brands, supplement formulators, and health food retailers are all buying it. Reach out directly to small herbal tea brands on Etsy and Instagram. Many of them are actively looking for domestic growers and will pay a premium for traceable product with a farm story. At market, sell it simply: dried herb, clearly labeled for stress and sleep support. That framing connects the product to something the customer already wants. The highest margin move is packaging it as a finished tea blend. The herb that costs pennies to grow sells for $8 to $12 a bag. Plant number 6, calendula. Calendula is proof that flowers are one of the most overlooked categories in specialty farming. These orange blooms have validated skin healing properties and the natural skincare industry. Growing fast and hungry for quality ingredients, uses them extensively in creams, salves, soaps, and oils. Dried flowers sell for $20 to $50 a pound. The plant is easy to grow and produces abundantly across a long season. Your primary buyers are small batch soap and skincare makers. Find them on Etsy and in natural beauty communities online. These are business owners who need consistent supply, and once they find a grower they trust, they order repeatedly without you having to sell them again. Organic certification makes a significant difference in this market. It opens wholesale doors that would otherwise stay closed and justifies a meaningfully higher price per pound. Plant number 5, Tulsi, holy basil. Tulsi moved from Ayurvedic tradition into the mainstream wellness market, and it hasn't slowed down. It's an adaptogen, a plant that helps the body manage stress, and the consumer demand that's created is real and measurable. Dried Tulsi sells for $20 to $45 a pound. It grows easily, harvests multiple times per season, and dries cleanly. The direct path to selling it is outreach to small herbal tea brands. Search Etsy and health food store shelves, find the small and mid-sized brands, and email them with your farm story and a sample. These brands are built on sourcing quality. A small domestic farm becomes part of their story in a way an overseas supplier never can. Locally, walk health food stores and co-ops with a packaged sample. The local sourcing angle is a genuine competitive advantage in this category. Stack the margin by packaging a finished Tulsi ginger tea blend. Raw herb becomes a retail product worth 3 to 4 times as much per pound. Plant number 4, Ashwagandha. The global ashwagandha market is worth over $600 million. Most of it is imported from India, with inconsistent quality and long supply chains. Domestic, high-quality ashwagandha is genuinely undersupplied, and the dried root sells for $25 to $60 a pound. It takes about a year to establish before first harvest. This is not a quick cash crop. But once it's producing, it continues for years with minimal input. Before you approach any buyers, do the groundwork. Document your growing practices. Pursue organic certification if you can. It changes the conversation with supplement companies entirely. Then reach out directly to small supplement brands. A professional email with your farm background and a clean sample can become a long-term supply contract. For smaller scale direct sales, Etsy and a simple website work well. Clear labeling that explains what ashwagandha does converts first-time visitors into buyers, in a market where most people are still discovering the herb. Plant number 3, Shiso. Shiso is a Japanese herb that represents exactly where the specialty market is heading. Japanese and Korean restaurants are expanding everywhere, and every one of them needs shiso for sushi, meat wraps, pickling, and garnish. The flavor is so specific, minty, basil-like, wholly its own, that there is no substitute. Outside specialty Asian grocery stores, it's nearly impossible to find. It sells for $20 to $50 a pound and requires very little land to produce meaningful volume. The selling strategy is direct and personal. Visit Japanese, Korean, and high-end fusion restaurants during off-peak hours. Bring a sample. Offer weekly delivery at a consistent price. Most of these kitchens have never been offered a local shiso supplier and will welcome the conversation immediately. Asian grocery stores work as a steady secondary channel. What makes or breaks restaurant accounts is one thing: reliability. Same quality, same quantity, every week. Build your growing capacity before you start pitching, then deliver without exception. Plant number 2, Moringa. Moringa is one of the most nutrient-dense plants on Earth. Higher protein per gram than most plant foods, packed with vitamins and minerals in concentrations few other crops match. The supplement industry, superfood market, and wellness consumer base have all discovered it. And the gap between demand and domestic supply is wide open. Most moringa in the US is still imported, which means quality issues, shipping costs, and zero traceability. Dried leaf sells for $20 to $40 a pound. The tree grows fast, up to 15 feet in the first year, and can be harvested multiple times per season. Supplement and superfood brands are your highest value buyers. Approach them with your story and a processed sample. For direct-to-consumer sales, Etsy and a simple online store work reliably. The customer buying moringa is already health-conscious and already looking for what you're growing. Locally grown, small batch, traceable are words that convert browsers into buyers in this market. Health food stores and co-ops will stock your product when you show up with a clean, labeled package and a local farm behind it. Plant number 1, salad mix. After everything on this list, the most profitable crop for a small grower is fresh mixed salad greens. Not because the price per pound is the highest, but because people buy it every single week without fail. That buying frequency, multiplied across a loyal customer base built over a full season, generates more consistent revenue than almost any other crop you can grow on limited land. A well-run salad mix operation on 2,000 square feet can outperform specialty herbs that sell for 3 times the price per pound, simply because the demand never stops. At a farmer's market, pre-washed and bagged greens sell faster than almost anything else at a stall. Consistent presentation, same bag, same weight, same price, every week, builds habit. Habit builds loyalty. For grocery stores and co-ops, start with a small standing order and prove your reliability before asking to scale. For restaurants, bring a sample to the chef on a quiet afternoon. A chef who cares about food recognizes quality immediately. A CSA model is the most financially stable version of this business. Customers pay up front for the season, salad mix goes in every box every week, and you have revenue before you've planted. The most important lesson salad mix teaches is this: the most profitable crop is not the one with the highest price per pound. It's the one customers come back for, every week, without being asked. Growing is craft, selling is business. You need both. Start with one channel, master it, and get your first 10 customers before you chase 100. The growers generating real income on small plots aren't doing anything complicated. They're growing good product, showing up reliably, and building direct relationships with people who value what they grow. That's the whole system.